Fast am I, good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and all around the world. Well, I managed to get back safely from the Carnforth Man. We got some good weather while we were there, it was lovely, though I think summer seems to be on its way out for the moment, doesn't it? First tonight, this is the song Harlaw by Beth Malcolm.
As I come by down a day by another heart, there were 50,000 healing men marching to Harlaw. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I as I get down and farther on and my ball white is there saucer James a Rose and away and John the Green. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I as come you fade the healings man and come the other way. Saw you MacDonald and his men as they came in for the sky. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I as I was near and nearly the tide and number saw there were 50,000 healing men marching to Harlaw. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I can that be true, says James a Rose, will no come echo speed, will cry upon when merry men in turn with the horses' heat. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I oh now says John the Graham, this thing will never be. The gun claims was never beat, we'll try for the weekend day. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I as I get down and further on and by Harlaw, they fell for close on ilka side, sex friction never saw. Way did I own a fall on the door, did I they fell for close on ilka side, sex friction never saw. And ilka sword gave clash for clash at the battle of Harlaw. Way did I own a fall on the door, did I the healing men with their long swords, they fell us for sin, and they drave back when merry men 3 acres breadth in the mill. Way did I own a fall on the door, did I and Forbes his brother did say, no brother can't you see, they beaten us back on Ilka side and we'll be forced to flee. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I oh now my brother bold, this thing will never be. You'll tack your great sword in your hand and you gang in with me. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I along. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I and the first instinct for stop he got MacDonald real, and the next instinct for struck the brave MacDonald fell. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I and the second I paid Larry and the like she never saw, and was amongst the healing men when they saw MacDonald fall. Way did I own a fall on the door and did I be grim. With a diddy-I-O, when they fall on the door, and a diddy-I-O, get naughty body spirit, yeah, for them that march the war. You can tell plain and very plain, and I'll tell you plain and very plain, they're sleeping that huddle. With diddy-I-O, when they fall on the door, and a diddy-I-O,
So that was Beth Malcolm. I played you a song of hers a couple of weeks ago called A Kill to Buoy, which is beautiful, and I listened to the rest of the album, and it's wonderful. I've ordered a nice physical copy of the CD, as we all should, to support these wonderful artists. I've got another song coming up from that. She's a singer-songwriter and keyboard player from Perth. Beth's music is folk-inspired, and she sings a mix of traditional, modern and self-penned Scots songs. As I say, another one from that coming up later in the show. I did promise you a more folky show than last week, and what's more folky than a ballad with hundreds of verses? Well, maybe not hundreds. This is Lord Douglas by Jim Murray.
Awake, arise, you seven sleepers, so long before the day. For Lord Douglas comes all in your lady's chamber to steal his love away. Put on the gold and chains of silver. Don't let your father know that I will take in hand his youngest daughter, and to the hills we'll go. But there was one in the lady's house who heard what they did say. He rang the bells both loud and shrill, so long before the day. Awake, awake, arise, you seven brothers, put on your armour bright. Lord Douglas comes all in your lady's chamber to steal his love by night. They had not rode but few short miles together across the wooded green. Well, lie down, he says, my own true lover, for dawn is coming in. The sourwood and the ash grew up together across the wooded plain, and all the trees in the greenwood start to tremble to whisper Douglas' name. I think I hear your father's steed, his hooves upon the ground. I will wager that it won't be long till we have found. But I have run from all that was before me, and put my house to shame. So fear the curse my mother placed upon me, and dare not speak my name. Lie down, he says, my own true lover, and hold my steed to stand, while I do go and fight your seven brothers, and your father just at hand. So well she stood and held his horse in harness, she never shed a tear, until his keening blade took seven brothers, and the father she held so dear. Hold your hand, my love, she says, your strokes are wondrous sore. For sweethearts I will have again, but father I'll get no more. Hold his name for all the blood that you've shed in anger. Love runs in every vein. Oh, you must choose, oh choose then, Lady Margaret. If you do stay or bide, well, I must go with you into the greenwood, since you have left no guide. So he's placed her on the saddle seat beside him, his sword hung to the ground, and how his wounds did tremble and did quaver, and soaked his shirt with blood. Lie down and rest, my love, she says, I fear that you were slain. Your body trembles to the touch, there's not much life within. They had not rode but few short miles together, till they came to the town. Oh, mother, make my bed, then cries Lord Douglas, for I want to lie down. But slowly, slowly the sun rose up before them. The cocks began to crow. For every wound Lord Douglas had upon him, the crimson blood did flow. Lord Douglas died so long before the morning. His love, she died tomorrow. Lord Douglas died of the wounds her father gave him. His lady died for sorrow. She was buried in the yard, and he was buried by her. And out her heart a crimson rose, and out his heart a briar. The briar and the rose grew up together, till they could get no higher. And there they twined a true love's knot together, for all love to admire.
That was Jim Murray with Lord Douglas from his album Sulk from 2012, and I played that because I was listening to the Old Songs podcast with John Wilkes, he presents it, and he was interviewing Jim Murray about that particular song. And it was fascinating, actually, if you're into that sort of thing, an hour and a quarter discussing one folk song. But it's a very old song, and indeed there's versions from all across Europe and into Asia, even into Afghanistan. There are versions of that story. It's known also as Lucy Wan and Earl Brand. There's a lovely gig spanner big band version of Earl Brand, I know. Now, happening tonight, so it's too late to go, I'm sorry about that, is one of the first events of the Manannan Festival down at the Erin Arts Centre, and this is a performance of Isla Callister's Creacht. I've featured this before. It celebrates women in Manx history, and I'll play you a track now from the Culture Vannin website. This is Against the Tide, which focuses on the story of Angel Neal, who amongst many other things was a campaigner against birching in the 1970s. Beautiful playing here from Isla, Kirsty Lawrence, Katie Lawrence and Anna Garvin. Against the Tide by Isla from Creact, which is probably being performed right now if you're listening live. Also, as part of the Manannan Festival down at the Erin Arts Centre, this Friday night, the 30th, Rant are playing. And I had the pleasure of having a chat with Lauren McCall from the band, and I'll play that for you now and she'll tell you all about what to expect. Okay, on Friday night at the Erin Arts Centre, you can go and see Rant, and I'm very pleased to be able to talk to Lauren McCall from the band now. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, how are you doing?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, great. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Lauren, first of all.
I'm a fiddle player from the Highlands, originally from the Black Isle, and kind of settled back near there now. Play with various different bands, but none of which have ever made it to the Isle of Man. So very excited for Friday.
Have you never been to the Isle of Man then?
I never have, no. And I'm quite a not an island bagger. I don't like to use that term. You shouldn't be ticking them off. But I love a new island, so very excited.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, it's always good to welcome new people. But you probably know some of our fiddle players.
Yeah, so much great music coming from your way. So nice to visit in person.
Excellent, good. Well, we look forward to that. So tell us a little bit about Rant now, if you wouldn't mind.
So we're actually on the road at the moment celebrating 10 years of Rant, 10 years since the first album came out, and we're a fiddle quartet, sometimes described as chamber folk, and I suppose the reason being is that we just use our fiddles. So there's four of us, and it's only fiddle. There's no backing, so we have to be quite creative in how we arrange our music, and it's been a challenge, but it's also been a joy over the last decade doing that. So
must be very, very interesting that in terms of arrangements then.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes, and yeah, it started off as a bit of I suppose a meeting of a few friends after a cup of tea. We were all at a festival where we were playing solo, and we thought that was kind of boring. We'd much rather play together, to be honest, and that's how it started. And we're just in the middle, just come from the studio the other day, making our fourth album now. So
okay, excellent.
It's
so who else is in the band?
So we have from Shetland Bethany Reid, and from the Aran Islands Gillian Frame, and from the Black Isle as well Anna Massey.
Another radio presenter, folk show presenter.
That's right, yeah, and she's going to be, I think, in the studio whilst we're there on Thursday, showcasing some local music, and I think maybe speaking to a few folk as well for her BBC Travelling Folk special. Excellent. On Thursday.
Oh, we'll look forward to meeting her as well. Well, all of you, of course. So you got a fairly recent album out though, haven't you? The Portage.
That's right, yeah, that came out maybe 3 years ago. So we recorded that in quite a special place in Glasgow, the only church in the world designed by the architect Charles Rennie Mackintosh. So it's a beautiful space, and that was our last recording. Well,
I'm going to play a track from that in just a moment, but it's been lovely to speak to you, and we really look forward to seeing you all at the Erin Arts Centre on Friday night. People can get tickets just by going to the Erin Arts Centre website and clicking the What's On button. So I'm sure we'll get a full house for that. So I was going to play Goran Bergs and the Crow Road Croft. Is there anything about those two tunes that you want to tell us?
Yeah, the first one was written by Bethany's sister Jenna, and she was in the band for many years. It's about a great band from Sweden that's taken us over for concerts over there a few times, and then one of my own tunes to follow that. So yeah, I might have
inadvertently chosen that because my favourite book ever is The Crow Road by Ian Banks.
Yeah, it's a good link.
Okay, it's lovely speaking to you, Lauren, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Yeah, can't wait. Cheers. Thank you.
So that was Rant, who are playing at the Erin Arts Centre on Friday night, Friday the 30th of June. And thanks to Lauren McCall for that chat introducing that track and telling us what to expect. We had a fantastic night at the Institute on Saturday with Dan Walsh. What an amazing musician he is. He went down an absolute storm. I'm really pleased about that. I knew he would. The next gig that the Big Wheel Blues and Roots Club are putting on at the Institute in Laxey is Veronica Suburgia and Max DeBernardi, who have played there before. They play a wonderful mix of old-time blues and Americana. From their album, Old Stories from Modern Times, this is Sweet Papa, brackets, Mama's Getting Mad.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So my sweet papa packed his grip and started away. He said his live in town. Now if I had only thought and asked him to stay, he might have sat the satchel down. Now I'm feeling awfully lonesome and blue since my papa went away. Now if I had only thought and asked him to stay, he might have sat that satchel down. Sweet papa, mama is getting mad. I know the sweetest peaches don't grow on trees. I know the sweetest honey don't come from the bees. I'm tired of listening to your correction. You better find some good protection. Sweet papa, mama is getting mad. I never thought I'd ever feel so bad. You flirted with a waitress and a shimmy shaker, and now you're flirting with the undertaker. Sweet papa, mama is getting mad. Sweet papa, mama is getting mad. I never thought I'd ever feel so bad. You flirted with a waitress and a shimmy shaker, and now you're flirting with the undertaker. Sweet papa, mama is getting mad.
So that was Max DeBernardi and Veronica Suburgia, who are appearing at the Institute in Laxey on Friday the 21st of July. You can get tickets from www.etickets.im/et. We also, of course, have Increniate coming up. Wonderful music over in Peel for the festival this year. I've already featured a few of the artists coming, and I'll play more in the coming weeks. But for the moment, here's Dervish with The Banks of the Clyde.
As I went out walking one pleasant evening, all along by the banks of a clear winding tide, in ambush I lay as a couple were talking by the side of a stream as it gently did slide. A young man standing by, who to me was a stranger, he said, "Fairest creature, I have come from afar, but do not be offended or consider it a danger to walk by the side of a jolly young town." friendship will sever. So fare thee well, young man, I will bid you adieu. And since sad misfortune has now separated, right constant I approve, should I ne'er see him more. Whilst yonder green hills are with flowers decorated, my own dearest Willie I will always adore. When he paused and he gazed with his eyes full of pleasure, his former disguise he could no longer hide, till at length he exclaimed with joy beyond measure, is this my love gem that I left unapplied? And since kind fortune has brought us together, tomorrow, my darling, I'll make you my bride. I love you forever. I part with thee never. I love you, my Jen, and the best of the
So that was Dervish, who are appearing at the Centenary Centre as part of Incronic on the 29th of July. So much good music happening. And of course there's lots more happening at Incronic too, which you can find out if you go and search for their website. Let's stay in Ireland for the moment, and this is a track from Irish Heartbeat, the album by Van Morrison and the Chieftains. This is the classic Raglan Road.
On Raglan Road, on an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a falling leaf at the dawning of the day. That's it. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passions pledged. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I'm not making hay. But I loved too much by such and such is happiness thrown away. All right. give her the gifts of the mind. Oh Lord, I give her the secret sign that's known to all the artists who have known true goods of sound and time. With word and tint, I never did still. I gave her reams of poems to say, with our own name there, and her shiny black hair like the clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street, where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now. Away from me, so hurriedly. My reason must allow that I have wood, not as I should. A creature made of clay. When the angel woos, the clay, he lose his wings at the dawn of the day. All right. vroeg genoeg. Foto, foto. Foto, foto. Foto, foto. Foto, foto.
So following Van Morrison and the Chieftains there, we had the Gloaming, with Necklace of Wrens. The Gloaming are a contemporary Irish-American supergroup featuring Martin Hayes on fiddle, Sean-Nose singer Yala O'Leonard, Hardanger fiddle player Kevin O'Reilly, American jazz pianist Thomas Bartlett, and the late Dennis Carhill on guitar. I love their music. They have been the targets, however, of the folk police occasionally for their avant-garde approach to the music. I use that term jokingly, really, because The Folk Police is the title of the next song. I said I'd play another song by Beth Malcolm, and this is The Folk Police. It's wonderful.
He was cursed, he was heartless, but boy was he bonny. Oh, and he was the star o' the bar in his day. He was cursed, he was heartless, but boy was he bonny. Oh, and he was the star o' the bar in his day. Hello, I was wondering, can I wander with you all the way to the bar? Da-da-da-da-da. Hello, I was wondering, could I wander with you? Wander with you all the way to the bar. Da-da-da-da-da. And I was reticent, 'cause I've got prejudice against heaven sent folky men. But all your devilment is just my medicine, and you play me like a sweet Strasby. And I've been feeling so out of practice, and I heard you practicing before you played your tunes to the bar. And the folk police didn't like what you did to the old songs, but I adored it. Hello, fit like a day. I've been too shy to say that I mostly came to hear you play. And it would seem that we sing in a similar key, drinking Aberfeldy till the band starts to spin. And I was reticent, 'cause I'm 90% through with heaven sent folky men. But all your devilment makes that 10% feel like money worth spending. And I've been feeling so out of practice, and I heard you practicing before you played your tunes to the bar. what you did to the old songs, but I adored it. He was cursed, he was heartless, but boy was he bonny. Oh, and he was the start of the bar in his day. He was cursed, he was heartless, but boy was he bonny. Oh, and he was the start of the bar in his day.
So that was Beth Malcolm, isn't it great? The Folk Police. Folky music happening around the island this week is mostly the sessions, though I think there's quite a lot of people away, so they may be fairly small sessions this time. There'll be the usual one in O'Donnell's tomorrow night, Wednesday night, the Mitre on Friday night, and as it's the first Sunday of July this week, it should be this session in Laxey Sailing Club. I'm going to finish tonight with a classic by Nick Jones from his album Penguin Eggs. This is Little Pot Stove. I'll see you next week.
Where the winter blizzards blow and the whaling fleets at rest, tacked in Leith Harbour's sheltered bay, safely anchored 10 abreast. Well, there's the whalemen at their stations, as from ship to ship they roll, carry bags of coal with them and a little iron stove. In the little dark engine room, where the chill seeps in your soul, how we huddled round that little pot stove that burned oily rags and coal. Fireman Paddy works with me on the engine frozen cold. The stranger to the truth was he. There's not a lie he hasn't told. Well, he boasted of his gold mines and of the hearts that he had won, and his body sense of humour shone just like a ray of sun. In the little dark engine room, where the chill seeps in your soul, how we huddled round that little pot stove that burned oily rags and coal. We live it 7 days a week, with cold hands and frozen feet, bitter days and lonely nights, making grog and having fights. But there's salt fish and whale meat sausage and fresh penguin eggs a treat. Then we struggle on to work each day through the icy winds and sleet. In the little dark engine room, where the chill seeps in your soul, how we huddled round that little pot stove that burned oily rags and coal. Then one day we saw the sun, we saw the factory ship return. Meet your old friends and you sing a song. We'll hold hope the journey wasn't long, and then it's homeward bound and it's over, and we'll leave this icy hole. But I always will remember that little iron stove in the little dark engine room, where the chill seeps in your soul. How we huddled round that little pot stove that burned oily rags and coal, in the little dark engine room, where the chill seeps in your soul.